You guys!
Hi!
I'm here with my friend Megan. She is a bomb travel writer. Who do you write for? Tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Megan. I am a travel writer and I write for a couple of trade magazines that you probably don't know. But then I also write for Thrillist.
It's thrilling.
It is thrilling.
It's what it is.
I
it's
feel
thrilling.
thrilled by it.
We met on a press trip and we kept in touch
fell in love on a press
forever.
trip.
We fell in love on a press trip. Sorry. This is like, let's just be accurate.
It's real.
Same sense of humor, same ridiculous, like, we just like to be nuts together, basically. So sometimes you just meet someone who's crazy as you are and you're like, oh my god, you're my friend now. Whether they like it or not. Mandatory friendship. Anywho, yeah, it's really aggressive. I'm sorry. I feel off freaking out. Megs is up here because she's visiting me, but also we're gonna do a fun little travel video. We're gonna talk about tips, we're gonna talk about pet peeves, so things that maybe if you travel you probably should not do. So we're talking about trips, tips,
Off the beaten path.
yes,
places.
off the beat. I'm like looking out the window like the window is gonna give me guidance. We're gonna talk about places to go that are off the beaten path. So one of my personal biggest travel tips would be to, when you're looking online, is to clear your history. These little cookie monsters are recording your every move and they want to know what you're looking at. So once you search for a flight or for a hotel, they're like, oh cool, you want to go somewhere? Let's just keep putting the price up so that you feel like it's urgent and you need to buy. So what I do is I clear my history and my cookies, and then I open up the incognito window and I sleuth around for the best fares, and they don't know what I'm doing because they can't see me because they're rude. And so yeah, that's like one thing that I do. What do you do?
I always look to and buy on a Tuesday. I don't know why Tuesdays are the best days to buy, but on the interwebs, the Tuesday is,
The webs.
they just give you the best fare on a Tuesday, I guess because it's early in the week. I don't know the science behind it, but Tuesday.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Tuesday is the best day to purchase a ticket. Sunday is another good day to look, but Tuesday is always the best day for me to purchase. I feel like every travel person like knows this and kind of swears by it. The worst day is Friday.
Yeah, because everyone wants to get out of town.
Friday, or like people are at work and they're bored and they're like looking for ways to escape their life. I don't know.
Fair.
But like Friday is a horrific day to look. Like, don't do it. You will play yourself. If you're searching, like, do airlines help you out? Like, is there anything that you can do if you see a good fare? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, so there are some airlines, for example, American Airlines gives you the option to hold the fare. So if you see a flight that you like and you're not sure if you're 100% ready to pull the trigger, you can do the option hold fare. And for 24 hours, they'll keep the fare at the same price. They won't raise it. They won't do any of that sneaky stuff you were talking about, so that when you eventually decide, yeah, I'm gonna spend this money, it's all there ready for you.
Yeah, and hopefully, I don't know what other airlines do it. I personally hate American Airlines.
I'm not a big fan either.
American had me trapped in Barbados. So I deboarded, like whatever. We're in a fight. Like, I'm not feeling them right now. But Delta, yeah, we love Delta. Delta, we love you. JetBlue too.
JetBlue's also good. Those are the only two I have miles programs with.
I have them on Virgin because for work I flew to LA on Virgin like so much.
Oh, okay. I've never flown. No, I flew them to Vegas.
Virgin is crack.
It's purple.
It's
pretty
purple.
nice.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So now you know that you can hold the fare, and I mean that's really important, because what you can do is if you see a fare that's decent, you call and you hold it and you keep sleuthing around. The next thing we want to talk to you about are pet peeves.
Yes.
And these are things where we're not saying that we're like the manners police or like we are in charge of life. Kind of. I mean, you know, we're just saying that if you do these things, we won't like you. And you know, us not liking you may seem not like a big deal, but it totally is, because like we know people, you know, or I mean,
I'm Italian.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm like the smiliest human ever.
I don't want to be on your bad side.
I know, I would do anything for you, but I would also kill you.
That's fair.
That's accurate, right?
Yeah.
It's like totally fair, I guess. For me is like the eager beavers, right? The eager beavers that are at the gate. They want to board early. You know, you're in zone 4, you're trying to board with first class. You know, the gate agent, the ticket agent, when they come to the front, they need to log into their computer, they need to situate themselves, they need to get themselves together. So if you're flying standby or you want to change your seat or whatever, when you bum rush them, they punish us all. They are not happy that you forced the line on them earlier than they were ready, and they're going to be kind of like, for the most part, not everybody, but they get a little less friendly and helpful. So when I'm trying to say like, please help, I don't want to sit in the middle seat, and you've aggravated them, then they're like, yeah, well, there's nothing, you know, versus like, let them stay in their friendly, happy zone. What's your pet peeve?
Well, you mentioned the boarding not in your zone, and that's the only place where I really turn into a hateful person, because there's only a limited amount of overhead space, and I never check a bag because I think paying to check a bag is stupid, and also I don't want to get my bag lost.
Wait for it,
my stuff. So when I specifically have zone 1, or if anyone specifically has zone 1, they're supposed to board first. If you're in zone 4, I'm sorry that you're in zone 4, but you're probably not going to get that overhead space, and there's no reason why the rest of us who maybe paid a little bit higher for our ticket should suffer.
This is the truth. That's the God's honest truth.
Yeah. How lazy are you, America?
She's mad at you guys.
This is not. Honestly, it's not like there are hills in the airport. It's a pretty flat terrain, and there's a moving walkway to help people get to their flights on time. And sometimes some of us are rushing, making a connection, and if you are standing on the moving walkway, I really don't know what to do with you. Here's your
with the exception of like the elderly, the impaired, you know, I have a bum leg, you know, and I understand like the only, even I'm not, like, okay, I have a bum leg, you know, my knee has been turned to dust because I fell at a Prince concert, whatever. I'll tell that story another time. Even I don't stand on the moving walkway. It's moving already. Even if you walk slowly, the key is not to stand in the middle. And I think New Yorkers, because we have all these rules, like we have pedestrian rules, you know, like when you go up an escalator, you stand to the right, and people who want to walk up and down the stairs go left. But when you just plant yourself in the center of the walkway with your luggage and no one can go around you, it's just like not nice.
What if you stopped your car in the middle of the highway? Like you just stopped. It's the same. It's not really the same, but it's kind of the same.
I mean,
it would make me that angry.
Yeah, so she like really like, it's like a thing. Like she really won't mess with you if you do this.
I'll eat you.
Not safe. It's a big pet peeve for me, and I know it's because I'm bigger and I'm tall, I'm 5'10", and I'm broad. However, when you put your seat back in coach and there's this much room between you and the person in front or in back of you, and you just fling it all the way back. I've had my legs like crushed. I've had my knee like clipped in the metal part because they just throw their seat back as if no one's behind them, especially when people are eating. It's even a rule in business class. Do not put your seat back while people are eating because the tray will not fit in between the person and the seat. Yep. It's just really rude, and no matter how like big or small you are, you just don't, you know, you're in a cramped space, you know, leaning it back a bit. I'm not talking about that like if you just want to not be at 90 degrees, but when you throw the seat just back and your head is in my lap, like I want to headbutt you.
Don't like that?
I want to headbutt them.
It's not like romantic for you?
No, it's not. Oh. It's not like, oh God, let's put our heads together. No, it's not that at all. Next thing we want to talk about are, and it's kind of like a beautiful story of how we met. Oh my God. Really cool and off the beaten path places to go. We're just, I mean, obviously you can go to like Uzbekistan. We're not talking about that. We're talking about kind of casual American travel to the Caribbean and Mexico, right? So I would say, well, first the place that we met was on a press trip, and we went to the island of Martinique, which was so cool because it's basically France in the Caribbean. It's a French colony, and like they use the euro, they drive on the opposite side of the road. The food is way more French than Caribbean. I mean, there's definitely Caribbean influences. Obviously, it's a Caribbean nation, but it's like France.
It is like France, and what's so unique about it is, I mean, the Caribbean is beautiful. Every island is unique and beautiful, and you have your white sandy beaches. But what's so different about Martinique is they don't have the big mega hotel chains that you can find anywhere. It's very small boutique properties. It really is like you're in a small French town in the Caribbean.
Yeah. And I mean, even the roads look like Paris, you know, like the street signs and the color of the roads and the, you know, the way they paint the lines. There are not like mega mass chain hotels, as Megan said. And the last place we stayed was amazing. So we hopped around to 3 different hotels while we were there. The first 2 were, you know, cool.
Like 3-star.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like go back. But the last place was like that lagoon resort.
Yes.
What was that called? I don't remember.
Gosh, I don't remember.
I'll link it below because I have to go find it. It was epic. It was on a man-made beach, but private plunge pools in every room. They were like apartment size. The shower was outside, so I was like naked with the mosquitoes, living my best life. It was amazing.
Yes.
But we were there only one night. It was like our like final night.
And I don't think we got there until like 10 o'clock
I know, like planning. You know, if we would have got there at like 9 in the morning, I'd have been like the happiest camper. But so that's Martinique. I would say another place that I've been is to the island of Anguilla, whatever. Anguilla,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Anguilla, the island of Anguilla. You have to fly into St. Martin, and you take a ferry, or you can take one of those jumper planes, I think. But the ferry is like not even 30 minutes, and it is quiet, pristine beaches. It's completely flat. Like St. Martin is all hills and mountains, and it's like rolling hills and all of that. Anguilla is like flat, and it is gorgeous. My favorite beach there was where we went to Cap Juluca. We actually ended up staying at like a private, it was,
oh my god,
the water was still, there's an awesome picture of me on Instagram floating in the ocean that like everyone loved, and that was there. And there was Wi-Fi on the beach. Wi-Fi on the beach.
That's a big selling point.
Oh my god, I was like Instagramming my little heart out. So that's one of my places that I've been that is kind of off the beaten path. It's not your typical sort of like Bahamas or places that a lot of Americans go. Where like would you say is like your favorite place?
Well, that's easy. My favorite country in the whole world is Mexico. And within Mexico, it's Puerto Vallarta. And Puerto Vallarta is my little heaven on earth. And please don't tell anybody that, because I like it the way it is.
But like, why?
Because Puerto Vallarta is one of those special, amazing destinations that has the beach and it has everything that tourists are kind of looking for from Mexico, except that you get the soul of Mexico there as well. You have the cobblestone streets, you have the architecture, you have the cathedral, you have these beautiful lush green jungle that covers the mountain. Right, oh my gosh, and it tumbles down.
Wait, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna go there together.
I'm gonna be living there next year for March and April.
And I'm gonna visit her so much.
Yes. We'll rent like little scooters.
Yes.
And you go up the beach, up the coastal road to these little tiny beach towns where no one speaks English, and you just have ceviche on the beach, have a beer.
Every day. Ceviche and beer. Sign me up.
Yes.
So there you have it. Martinique, Anguilla, Puerto Vallarta, better known as PV. That's what the cool kids call it.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
And we're pretty cool.
Yeah, sort of. So that's your travel video from myself and Miss Megan Drillinger. You can follow Megan on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. She's super cute. And she's always wearing shorts because her legs are bomb. And she posts tons of travel content. And so my phone just rang. That's why we're laughing. And I'm like, call you right back. So yeah, follow Megan all over the internet. And of course you can follow me if you like this video and you want to see more of these videos, or even more of Megan. Hello, we're friends, you can see her whenever you want. Please give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel because, you know, love you, mean it. If you don't like this video, also just give it a thumbs up, because like, why not, right?
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, just do it. So yeah, that's it.
Traveling with me.
Yes, traveling with Kel and Megs. So yeah, see you another time in another place, talking about other things. Who knows?